Buddy, Humble George here. This should be a quick one. I want to explain something to you that many of you have probably run into in your lives, some of you more than others. It's about making decisions. I woke up this morning and it was hard pressed on my mind to explain this because I was having it explained to me by the Lord. He said there's several, let me get these fuckers off. There's several stages to making a good decision. First of all, you come into where you have a choice. You have choices. Now, choices, you're movable still. You haven't made a solid commitment to what you're going to do. You're making a choice, so it's movable. Somebody could persuade you in one way or the other, and that's going to help you to make a good decision. But once you make the decision, do not give anyone any excuse for the decision that you made. If you're prone to making excuses, your decision is very, very flimsy. And that's why sometimes you end up getting talked into shit you don't want to do. Because people are persuasive. The devil's very persuasive. In fact, the Bible says he's more subtle than any other creature that God had made. He's very subtle. In other words, doesn't come in with fanfare, saying that he's going to do this, that, and the other thing. He just cons you gently, massages you gently into a different outcome than what you had in mind. So, once you make a solid decision, don't go back on it. That doesn't mean that later on down the road, if you realize that what you have decided is not in your best interest, of course, then change your mind. That's change your mind. That's not be manipulated by someone else's smooth talk or persuasive words or whatever, or even con yourself. It's such a thing as you're not solid in your decision, so you can actually con yourself. Well, you'd say, well, aren't I still in the choices mode? Well, you could say, I suppose you are, if that's the case. But when it comes time to make a solid decision like this, okay, it took me 5 or 7 years to come to the decision I was going to stop drinking alcohol to get drunk. It doesn't mean I won't have a thimbleful at communion of real wine, not grape juice or Coca-Cola or bullshit. It's going to be real wine, and I drink Lambrusco if it's going to be that, and it is. I go to the store and get those flour tortillas that have no yeast in them, so there's as close to as I can get to the real elements. But that's that. Now, when it comes to stopping alcohol, I kind of fell into it by taking 100 days off per year, regardless of the time of year, because there's never going to be a right time when it comes to stopping drinking. Every moment is the right time when it comes to stopping drinking. Just effing stop. And that means none. That means don't let any friends monkey with you. Don't go to the bars. Don't go chasing folks during that time. You've got to get away from it, because you're trying to lay a foundation for making a solid decision that is not movable, not changeable, doesn't make any difference. You could go to a bar. You're going to drink coffee or you're going to drink something other than alcohol. You're not going to be talked into it because you're not going to be a person who runs with the pack anymore. They're going to leave you within weeks to a month. Your ancient history. You'll find out. But after the 4th or 5th year, now it becomes a lot easier to do. And then finally, there'll be, when the Lord knows that you're ready, and when you are He's patient with you. He's give you a chance to make sure that's what your choice is, I want to stop drinking permanently. Okay, when that happens, circumstances in your life change, and you are presented with a situation which shocks you to your core. At that point, you turn your key into the lock, say click, I am done with alcohol permanently. Now the Lord will take his key, click, now it's double locked. You're done. You don't need AA, anybody else with training wheels. You've made a solid decision that you're serious about, and it's good to go. Now, I was confronted with a situation that I kind of brought on myself, and I realized when I was in the midst of it, I don't really want to do this. But I got talking with the people, and they, oh, you, yeah, blah, 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 on and on and on, and I was movable. And I got that gut sick feeling. Oh, no, 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 no. You're going in the wrong direction. You are going in the wrong direction. Well, what do I do about it? Stop, stand, turn around, and walk. No, no, no. You're not going to give a alibi. No, no, no. You're not going to argue. No, no, no. No excuse. There is no excuse. Cut the excuse bullshit right out immediately. Cut the legs out from under excuses. This is a decision. End of story. I make no excuse for it. Because if you're still willing to make excuse for it, you're still willing to go do what you said you weren't going to do. You are not firm in what you're saying that you're going to do. You're still movable. If you're still movable, you haven't made a solid decision. So make quality decisions. Nothing can stop my decision for Jesus Christ. Nobody, no thing, not at all. Not if they threaten my life. They could take my fucking life if that's what it takes. I am not giving up Jesus Christ, ever. Under no circumstances, you can't do it. And God says in the Word, His Word, you will never be tempted above where you're able to stand. And with the temptation will always come a way of escape. All right? So, if you think the AI is going to turn me into something, no, it ain't. The alien's going to turn me into something, no, it ain't. And if it gets to the point where I can't survive here on the earth anymore, my Lord's going to take me up. That's my way of escape, called the rapture. Yep. So, that's it for today. If you're having a hard time making decisions or you make wishy-washy decisions, take to heart the steps that I just told you. One, if it's wishy-washy, it's a choice. Now you're still movable. That's concrete before it's set up. But once you make a quality, solid decision, there's no more talking about it. That's your decision. That's the end of it. You're not going to be making excuses for why you chose it. It doesn't fucking matter why. Get that, throw that to the curb. Why is immaterial. You made a decision, it's the end of it. Stand by it, go with it, and I'll talk to you later. Humble out. I got to get on Bella. I'm ready to go.